Good day, Tragic here, and welcome back to Darkest Night. We know what we're doing now. Let's get into this. There is one correction though. This is turn 5, right? Turn 6. No, we had... Yeah, so we finished turn 6. So this is actually turn 7. And one of our cards increased the Doom track. So I forgot to move the Darkness track twice, unfortunately. So we're actually at 7. So it's starting to get a little bit more annoying. Doesn't get too bad until we get up to 20, but once we get to 10, the Necromancer places 2 blights every time there's none in the location, so that's kind of annoying. I kind of read the rules a little bit wrong and when I was trying to refresh my mind. Basically, it does cost 3 keys to pick up a Holy Relic, but the first Holy Relic always costs 5, so we actually need 5 keys. So even though we have 1, 2, 3 keys, we're still far short. So we're going to start with our rogue and hopefully get more keys because he's in the ruins and he's actually got low secrecy, so we're going to use him to pull the Necromancer to him, give these guys some time off. So let's do that. Let's go to our rogue and we draw the event and we need a raid, so we want a low roll, please. 5 is a high roll. That is a plus Doom track. Thank you very much. And then we're going to spend a secrecy to roll 2 dice and hopefully get a key. 4 is all we need to pass. And we are in the ruins, which is another key. Excellent. And there's no monster there for him to have to deal with at the end of his turn. Sweet. Now, Tome of Retraining. These tokens should have their abilities written on them in a tooltip. Discard at any time to put one of your powers on the bottom of your deck. That's pretty cool. So he is starting with the Necromancer, so he's automatically losing 1 secrecy right at the beginning, and he has to roll for his boons. He gets a 5. One of these triggers on a 5. It's this one. Excellent. Deactivate at the start of your turn. Okay, that's the plus attack one. So let's draw an event card for him as well. And he has to fight a level 4 monster. Actually, count the blights at the location. There are 2 blights, so he is fighting a Lich, which is a level 5 monster. He does have 2 dice. Wow, he gets a 1, but he can re-roll 1s. So we got another chance. Ah, beautiful. That is a 5. That is a dead monster. Excellent. And basically a level 3 chance and getting a treasure. What does this seem to kill? This is 5 to kill. Yeah, I think he's going to roll for a treasure. Yeah, blam. He gets a 4. That is a pass. You only need 3 in the village. So let's draw him a map. He is in the village and he gets a supply cache. Excellent. So it's finally going to pay off. So the supply cache works like this. We've already done one, but I'll just quickly go through it. Basically, it allows you to draw 2 power cards and keep 1. Put the other on the bottom of your deck. But we also have the Tome of Relearning. Discard at any time to put 1 of your power cards on the bottom of your deck, then draw 2 power cards, keeping both. So we get to look at 4 power cards and keep 2 of them, which is pretty amazing. Maybe even keep 3 of them if we discard 1 we've already got. So this is going to be a very, very powerful turn. So he gets the first 2. What have we got here? Action. Destroy 1 blight at your location or an adjacent location. Lose a turn. That's pretty awesome. At the start of your turn, make a single roll. Deactivate and exhaust after destroying a blight for -1. Okay, so he can basically... So Radiant Boon is actually extremely good for super late game. because he can basically sit in the church and he can be praying to gain refreshes and then kill things. Still not quite sure what I think about that. Destroy a blight at your location or the adjacent and lose a turn. The lose a turn is extremely strong here. The other one we've got is Resonate, which we have not been able to get to trigger. After rolling a 6 during a fight defense roll, the blight is actually destroyed, which I thought would be really cool, but we just haven't been able to trigger it because 1, we've got to roll a 6, and 2, the monster has to have a fight. And you've got blights that don't fight, they're just sort of persistent effects, and then you've got other blights that, like the crows, that don't have a fight, they've just got perception tests. So I've got the terrible cold. I hope I'm not sounding too stuffy. I edit out all the blowing. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do here is I'm going to cast his Tome of Relearning, and then we can draw 2 more power cards, keeping 2, and we put the other on the bottom. I think I'm going to take Radiant Boon. I can't... Condemn's really, really good as well, especially for fighting the Necromancer at the end. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take fighting the Necromancer one, and then I'm gonna use Tome of Relearning to discard this one and draw another 2, and we get to keep both of these. We end up with Cloister. 1 hero at your location gains 2 secrecy, then all heroes at the location who have less secrecy may gain 1. That's pretty good. Destroy 1 blight at your location, that's one we kept. And Ivory Bell. When attacking a blight on the Necromancer, +1 to defend against blights. Wow. I wish I kept that other card now. Still, he has gained a whole bunch of stuff. And now it's his turn. He has to fight versus the Revenant. It's 5. So he has 2 dice from his Banish. Plus he now has Cloister, which is not a boon. It's always on. Oh no, not Cloister. Where is it? Ivory Bell. Which means he gets +1 for defense rolls. So that is another die. Ah, look, and he rolled a 6, which would have killed that guy if we kept that thing. Oh well. Too late now. And that's the end of his turn. You bonk. Now let's do the Valkyrie now. She is also with the Necromancer, so she loses 1 secrecy. And I think she's going to do a search as well. She badly needs to level up. She gets a 5. Pity we didn't do an attack. She also draws a map. She's in the village, which is a treasure chest, which she's going to cash in straight away to level up. So, and when a treasure chest is just draw 1 card. Discard at any time to draw a new power. So it's not quite as good as a cache, but it's still pretty good because we get a power. What you got for us? Tactics. Fight with 3. Lose 1 secrecy unless you deactivate Sprout Wings earlier this turn. Okay, Sprout Wings we haven't actually got. Anyway, so that's that. And then we have to defend against the Blight, which... Oh, did we do an event? I don't think we did an event. No, we didn't do an event. You may spend 1 grace and lose 1 secrecy to cancel this event. Count the blights in your location. 0. Okay. New blights. 3, 4. I'm going to just cancel that event with grace. And now I'm rolling versus the blight. I get a 6, which is a pass, so nothing happens, and that's her turn. That event also loses her a secrecy, which is pretty full on. Forgot to do that. This dude here, let's draw his event. Shambling Horror. Compared to secrecy, his secrecy is at 5, so it's a mummy. We need a 4 to pass. 5, we pass. We went for secrecy. Is there any other? No. And no bonuses. 3 to pass. Okay, so he's going to do Another search. We need another 4, please. 6. Excellent. So he gets the search. So 2 things happen here. For starters, this gets deactivated and he gains a treasure, which he's going to take straight away. Because after a successful search, gain a chest. So that's basically gain a power. And he also gets to draw a map tile. And he is in the swamp, which gives him an artifact. Wow, first of the artifacts. I might just give this a shuffle. Has that been shuffled? I'll shuffle it anyway. You blam. What you got for us? Mask of Indignation. You may spend grace before making any die roll for +2 on that roll. Maximum once per roll. Excellent. So that is the end of that. And what was his power? Boom. Bonus after traveling. Another after traveling bonus. Deactivate after you fail a search roll to gain a green backed item of your choice. What does that mean? Okay, so a key is a green backed item. Treasure, key, vanishing dust, cursed ash, skull, lyre, tome of relearning. So it's quite a lot of green backed items. That is freaking amazing, isn't it? Okay, so I've just made a little list of the green backed items over here for future reference. And that's the end of that. Now we have to defend against this thing, which is just 3. Did I draw an event card for him? Yes, I did. So you just need a 3 or better. 6, that's a pass. Done. Yoink! Okay. So that is Sunrise. Necromancer token moves. And now the Necromancer rolls. He gets a 1. So he's definitely low enough to hit everybody. Well, it's actually... no one's at 0, right? So he doesn't get anyone. I can't believe that. I really wanted him to move into this location here, but he didn't. 1, he moves in the direction of the 1, doesn't he? So he moves over here. Because he doesn't hit anybody. Well, that's alright. And we're in the mountains now, which is a skeleton gets dropped. Good stuff. So let's jump straight into the next turn. I think I actually moved this by accident. I noticed when I was editing, so that should be on 1. Right, so Necromancer's right in the middle of nowhere at the moment. So we have an opportunity. These guys all need to move to get their secrecy back, but I really want the rogue to keep searching where he is. So we're going to go straight to the rogue first. He's going to draw his event. And we need a 4 to pass. We can elude with 2 dice. Hopefully we're going to get 2 successes. We get 1 success, which is plenty. That gains us a beautiful, beautiful grace. So if we get 2 successes on his eludes, we actually gain secrecy, which is awesome. Yonk. And he is going to do 1 more search. Yablam. Oh, just makes it with a 6. Give us another key, please. We are in the... where are we? The ruins, another key. Excellent. So we now have 5 keys. Flip. Sweet. And he has a Tome of Relearning. Interesting. He could use that to discard his exhausted spell. So now we could pick... now that he's at 0, the Necromancer is always going to move to him. So he's going to move here and here. That's going to give these guys and these guys all a chance to move into this location. And, well, he's the only one who can fight. We need at least... okay, I know what I'm going to do. We might be able to finish this game in the next round. Okay. Whoa, exciting. Let's go to our Exiost. First thing, he gets to roll 2 dice for his boons. You blam, you blam. We have a 4 boon, don't we? This one is a 4-point boon. We have another boon now, don't we? No, we've only got 2 boons still. Now we can choose to deactivate this one. Are we going to fight this turn? We are not. So he is going to draw his event card first, of course. Win the fight, -1. Oh, we have to do this. So we want to get a 5. So we get to roll 3 dice using Banish and Ivory Bell. Okay, this is interesting. Ivory Bell, when attacking a Blight or the Necromancer or rolls against Blights, does this count as a Blight? You know, I don't think they do. I'm going to say they don't, so we don't get the 3rd die, which is kind of sucky, but we still only need a 5 to win. I have not deactivated Courageous Boon, so I can't use the extra dice there. But I can use Protective Boon if I fail to stop the loss of the thing. But we get a 5, and we only need a 5, so yeah, blam, piss off. Oh, actually, did that have a success? Win fight, -1. Beautiful. Okay, now he is going to move into this location, and by moving, he gains a secrecy. Bonk. Now, is a trade an action? So trading is actually a free action, so I'm going to move all these keys to him. He's now got 4. And now let's do our Valkyrie. She draws an event. Compared to secrecy, our secrecy is 1. Exhaust a power. Ooh, that's nasty. Let's we need a 5 to pass. Actually, okay, this is interesting. I can roll 1 dice for a 5, or I can roll 2 dice for a 6. I'm not very good at working out odds. Basically, that's a 2 out of 12, which is a 1/6 chance. So it doesn't really make any difference, does it? The other one's a 2. So I'm going to roll 1 dice, hope for a 5. There's a 4. It's a miss. Exhaust a power. I'm going to exhaust death from above. And then she is going to move as well. And that gains her 1 secrecy. You blam. And now we have our Wayfinder. So first thing he has to do is roll for his Guiding Star. You blang 5, which places it where he is. So even though Guiding Star is placed here, he's actually going to travel. Gives him an extra secrecy. Moves him to here. She's got 2 turns. This guy's going to go bam, bam. So he actually does have a spare turn, so he's not going to do that. He's actually going to roll once again. He's got no bonuses. And he's rolling for another search. And he's looking for a 4. Come on. Oh, wait, we haven't done well, he rolled a 4. We haven't done his event, though, right? So we did the 4. Draw the event. You blam. We are fighting. We have, compared to our darkness track, we are at 8 at the moment. So we are fighting versus 3. Okay, so this is kind of like the same thing. We can discard this and get +2 fight dice. We can roll 3 fight dice for a 4 or better, or we can roll 1 fight dice for a 3 or better. So one's a 50-50 chance. I don't know. I think rolling the 3 might actually be better. May as well discard this, I think. Deactivate this for +2 dice. That gives us 3 dice. And we're looking for 4 or better. Cocked, but that doesn't matter. We still got that 4. So we passed, and we also passed before because we rolled out of order because I suck. This roll, which means we get to draw a map tile. You bloink. We are in the swamp, which is an epiphany. This is a new one we haven't seen. So the epiphany is search your power deck and take the card of your choice, then shuffle the deck. Okay, so I'm going to do most of this off camera because it'll take me ages to read all these cards because I don't know this character very well. You know, I think I'm going to take Traveler's Luck. Activate after traveling because we're about to travel and kill the Necromancer. So, boom. He gets that from the Epiphany. Plus, he also gets a free treasure chest from Guiding Star because he did a successful search, right? So, I guess he's going to take that treasure chest. Yeah, you may as well take the treasure chest, right? So, yeah, so he's actually going to activate the treasure chest and give him another one. Actually, I forgot to shuffle that after looking at the deck. Decoy. If the Necromancer rolls too low to detect you, you may choose to be detected anyway. You may choose not to lose secrecy for starting a turn at the Necromancer's location. Freaking awesome. Wayfarer is broken. Okay, sweet. So that's that. Now let's do the Necro. He rolls a 1 again, which is not too low this time because the rogue is at 0. So he goes, yeah, blam. Ah, we're ready to kill. We're ready to kill, baby. So let's make sure we add the Doom Track as well. So let's have a look at what's going to happen. Next turn, he's going to move into here. That gives everyone one more turn to prepare. And he's going to land here, but the Doom Track is now going to be at 10. So he's going to place 2 Blights. So then what we've got to do is we've got to kill all the Blights in the location and then kill the Necromancer. And we've actually got a pretty good chance of doing this. So it's actually going to be in the next video. So with any luck, let's just get to it. First, we'll start with our Exorcist. He has no more boons, so he doesn't get to roll anything. But I think he might, for his action, do Cloister. So action. 1 hero at your location. Oh, actually, before we do that, we may as well move our Wayfarer in. So let's do the Wayfarer first. First thing he needs to do is roll for his Guiding Star. And he gets a 6, which places it in the village, where he's definitely not going. And then he is going to... So he gains 1 secrecy. He can't go above 5, though. And he's just moving into this zone, ready to fight the Necromancer. And for his free action, he's going to take all the keys. Well, you know what I forgot to do? Is roll versus his Shade last turn. So he needs to roll a 3 or better. Okay, pass. Yeah, so then he's going to take all the keys. 1. Actually, he's not. It takes an action to pick up the relic. That's fine. Anyway, so that's his turn. Anyway, now we have the Valkyrie. She... Did I draw an event card? Oh, I'm way too excited. I forgot to draw his event cards. Let's just quickly do that. +1. Thank you very much. Bam. Okay. Now let's do the Valkyrie. She is going to spend 1 secrecy. First she draws an event. Spend 1 or lose 2. She's going to spend 1. Then she's going to spend 1 secrecy and activate Sprout Wings. May as well, I guess. There's no real point now because this thing got exhausted, unfortunately. So I guess she is going to do a search looking for 4 or better. 1, so that's a fail. You bloink. Now we're going to have the Exorcist. He's going to trade all his keys to the Thief. And then he's going to activate Cloister. One hero at the location gains +2. Then all heroes at your location who have less secrecy may gain 1. And it's may gain 1. We don't have to give it to them. Because we want to keep him at 0 to force the Necromancer over. So... Oh, and on the Valkyrie's turn, she also traded her key to that dude. So he's going to add +2 secrecy to this dude. That takes him to 4. Yeah. So that takes her to 4. +2 secrecy. And because he is only at 3, he gets +1. And we're going to leave this guy here. Actually, we're going to give him +1 as... No, we're not. See, if I roll a 1, it's going to screw up the whole turn. So I definitely want him to stay at 0. So yeah, we're going to do that. And he's got a Vanishing Powder. And that's his turn. Did he draw an event? Oh, I'm so excited. I keep forgetting to draw events. He did not draw an event. Refresh all your powers. Spend 1 secrecy or... Okay, so we're just going to spend that secrecy. And we can refresh all his powers, but none of them are defreshed. Would have been really good if she got that card. Okay, and that's the end of his turn. Remember, there's no monsters on here. Now, retrieving a holy relic costs an action. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to cash them in. And boom, we now have the holy relic. That means we now are able to attack the Necromancer. And he has to draw an event too. I'm so bad. Secrecy, 5+. We have a 4/4. We're going to do an evade with 2 dice. We need a 4. We miss. Lose a secrecy. We are unable to lose a secrecy. We're actually... Oops, I deleted his thing. We actually cannot lose any more secrecy, so he just stays at 0. But whatever. Anyway, and then he used his turn to get the relic. Yablam! And that be that. That was a very sloppy turn because I'm super excited for what's happening next. This guy rolls. It doesn't really matter what he gets. He gets a 2, which is higher than 0. So, boom, he comes in here. This goes up to 11. We now draw a map. And we have Decay. And we draw another map. And we have a Taint. So 2 annoying things. Let's see what these guys do. Items have no effect. Ugh. Can't gain grace. Okay, so these are 2 5 rolls to destroy. And that is pretty much it. One thing I actually did forget to do, though, was the Wayfarer. Because the Wayfarer travelled, right? Which means activate after travelling, activate after travelling, activate after travelling. So he is in a great position to kick mighty butt. Now, I'm going to not do it this turn. This weird thing, see, this is a new innovation. Basically, see how those cards are kind of on top of each other? If you select even one of the cards, it selects both. It's really frustratingly annoying. So, look at this. You got deactivate after making a die to re-roll it. Excellent. Deactivate after you fail a search roll to gain, who cares about that? But this one, 2 dice. So, he's going to have... For fighting the Necromancer, he's going to have +1 die from +1 on his die result. So he still needs to roll a 6, right? He gets to roll 3 dice. He gets this thing, which is 2 dice. So he's going to roll 5 dice for a 6 to win the game, basically. So before his turn, he needs to trade and take the Holy Relic. And then he needs to... all the other people have all their turns to try and kill off these things. And then hopefully we can kill the Necromancer. So we've got a very good chance of actually winning this game next turn. But it's the end of the video, guys. Sorry, you'll have to see it next time. And it'll also give Scott some time to correct all my errors so I can have a clean turn for next turn. And I will see you guys next time.